Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's time to do another Stitch Fix unboxing. I grabbed this from the mailbox the other day. Oh, and she's got some girth to her. Oh my gosh. My bundle is, oh my gosh, my bundle's throwing up on me. Okay, that's crazy. Everything just came spilling out of my little bundle. So I'm gonna go ahead and, whoa. I am going to go ahead and corral all these guys, get them steamed. We're gonna do a try on and we will talk about everything. And I wanted to remind you guys too that we are doing a little Q&A at the end of each video, and this week's question has to do with how long a stylist actually takes to style your fix. So stay tuned. At the end of the video, I'm gonna offer some perspective on that. All right, so the second fix I've ever received that has been styled by a stylist other than myself. I have to tell you, like, as a former senior stylist for Stitch Fix who did that for 4.5 years, it is so weird to receive clothing that's been picked out by another stylist, but I'm actually loving it. Like, it's really interesting to see what comes your way. Now, last week I had Mary, and Mary did a great job. I requested her again for this fix, but I didn't get her. I'm assuming she was on vacation. Instead, I got Megan, and Megan actually did a much better job than I think I was like initially willing to admit. Although, let's start off with the one top that I was like, oh no, you've got to go back. And that was this number here. You guys, is this a patchwork quilt? Like, honestly, I personally do not like busy patterns like this that are kind of like abstract with a little bit of a geometric vibe. Like, I don't even know what's going on with this top. Now, I will appreciate the fact that it does have the crochet detailing along the neckline. I love those feminine touches, especially for a summer top. But as if the busy pattern weren't enough to make me not like this guy too much, the fact that it's a rayon spandex blend, oh, you guys, I hate those two fibers combined, because what you get looks and feels like a cheaper version of a cheap polyester. Now, granted, it does give it a nice flow and drape, but I just hate the way that these two fibers look when they're tangoing together. I can't stand it. So next up is a pair of chinos, and I had requested another pair. In my last fix, I got this beautiful pink version that I loved. And so when I saw these, I was excited to try these on. Now this, oh my gosh, you guys, these are a brushed satine. Oh, beautiful, super soft hand feel. It is a gorgeous skinny leg. It has that little cuff at the bottom, which keeps it so kicky for the summertime. Now, these don't have pockets, so when I was trying them on, it was like, oh, there's no pockets, which, listen, there are pros and cons to that. Obviously, the biggest pro being that you don't have to worry about that bulk right here. You don't have to worry about the lining bunching up or even like seeing the silhouette of that lining underneath the actual pant. So, you know, no pockets has its merits. These had a beautiful fit to them. Again, the faux pocket in the back, so you're gonna get that smooth line on the derriere, which we all appreciate. Really liked the fabrication of these. This is a cotton tencel blend, so those beautiful natural fibers doing their thing. In fact, I loved the fit of these more than that pink pair, which is kind of giving me a little bit of a pause. Honestly, I just think that given the price point, I wish these were a different color. Like in person, these look like a sea foamy green. They're calling this gray. But in any event, maybe if these were a beautiful, you know, blush color or even a light blue, I think I'd be way more excited about these than I am. So I think one of the biggest surprises in this box was this maxi skirt, because to be honest with you, like, I pulled it out and I was like, I hate you. It was that instantaneous. Mainly because when I saw this, I just assumed it was a heavy polyester blend, but this actually has this really breezy, lightweight mesh overlay, which is what gives it that swingy kick. Like, I put it on and I was just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm really liking you. Now, this does have a super high rise, which I love. It has the smocking, which is really flattering on my figure. And again, it is, you know, it does have a polyester component to it, because underneath there's that dang lining. Honest to God, I have said this 1,000 times, but I hate these heavy polyester linings. because this just to me like cheapens the garment. And who wants this like heavy, you know, material clinging to their skin in the summertime on a hot, humid day? Like, ugh. But in any event, like I said, I tried it on. I liked it way more than I thought I would, which again is like one of those things I love about Stitch Fix, is because I never would have picked that skirt out for myself, whether as a stylist or even like walking through any retail space. I just would have totally overlooked it. And I love the fact that Megan sent it to me to try on, because I actually really, really liked it. Okay, let's talk about the other pleasant surprise that Megan threw into this box that is something I never would have given a second glance. This short sleeve button down was so dear on, and honestly, like I usually just am not typically drawn towards button downs, but I loved the way that this fit. Of course, adoring the color story, that gorgeous periwinkle blue and the white, like, oh, how beautiful, with a pair of crisp white denim. Oh my gosh, just loving it. Now this does have the high-low silhouette, which gives it a nice little kick. Has a beautiful feel, you guys. This is 100% rayon, so you're gonna have that cottony feel, that lightweight fabrication, unlike this guy here, which, you know, again, combined the rayon and the spandex to give it like that cheap version of a cheap polyester feel and look. Because this is 100% rayon, it just has a beautiful feel to it, super soft. Oh my gosh, love. I also really appreciated the thoughtful designs that went into this top. Like, I love the fact that they added a wider cuff on the sleeves, and then in the back, I think it's super sweet how they went with the horizontal striping and vertical striping down the back. So again, super nice top. The one beef I have with this is just that I don't know that you can justify a $68 price tag on a top that is 100% rayon. I mean, if we're talking about like modal, cotton, even tencel, then yes. But rayon, I just think that price point is a little bit aggressive for a top like this. All right, and last but not least, let's talk about this dress here, because I pulled this out of the box and I was like, am I going to a PTA meeting? And nothing against the PTA whatsoever. This just isn't my style. Like, when I tried it on, I even felt like matronly, which, I mean, there are a lot of components to this that you think I would like, but I just, altogether, it just, no, wasn't working. But in any event, let's talk about the pros, because for the right person, this would be a great dress for the summertime. It has this really nice, lightweight knit fabrication. Of course, the 3/4 length sleeves, adding that breezy vibe to it. The blue and the white striping, you know, that color story keys into that nautical theme, which is a huge trend this summer. And then it even has this sweet little crochet detailing right along the end of the skirt. And of course, you have that classic straight silhouette. You can get a ton of use out of a dress like this. I'm actually like kind of sad that I just wasn't jiving with it. But again, like, you know when you put on a piece of clothing, whether it's like, oh yes or oh no. So the question this week had to do with how much time a stylist gets to style each customer. And the gal that asked it was like, I've heard that number's only 15 minutes per customer. And if that's true, like, how is that enough time to read my note, look through my Pinterest board, check out my inspiration board, and go through my shipment history? Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I mean, as with any profitable business, I mean, of course, stylists are required to style a certain amount of clients based on the hours they are working. But to be totally honest with you, I would not even worry about what that number is, because at the end of the day, it's totally irrelevant, and here's why. I can tell you that in the 4.5 years I was a stylist for Stitch Fix, not once, and I mean never, was I told, hey, hurry through your fixes this week because, you know, you got to make your quota. Or we don't care that inventory doesn't really match what the client's looking like. Like, just throw together something and ship it out on time. And then, I don't know, like, just worry about sending her a better fix next time. What I heard time and time again, and what every stylist is trained on, is the phrase, do what's client right. In other words, if as a stylist, you need a little extra time to style that client for whatever reason, go ahead and take extra time to style that client. Or as another example, you know, if stylists just aren't seeing the inventory that really matches a client's request or their personal style, and I mean, it's just like a really bad mismatch, or inventory's just dismal for any number of reasons, stylists are always told, hey, like, then wait till the end of the day and try styling that client again, or hold that fix for a day or two and wait for the inventory to adjust, so that they're being sent things they really love, and it's not just a matter of, yeah, slap 5 things into a box and get it out the door just to say you got it out the door on time. You know, and as far as like, well, how do you have enough time to look through everything, like read my note and check on my Pinterest board and do thus and so in order to style my fix? Believe me, the way Stitch Fix has your profile structured so that stylists can see it is so beautifully efficient to allow stylists to be able to go in there, digest all that information, and then style your fix without ever having to cut any corners. So like anytime you hear any number being thrown around in terms of how long a stylist gets to style each customer, just remember that Stitch Fix's ride or die business credo is do what is client right. They adhere to that 2,000%, believe me. If you're getting a fix that doesn't feel like you, it's not because the company's telling that stylist, hurry up and get that fix out the door. There were just other issues going on that unfortunately just resulted in a less than desirable fix. But at the end of the day, Stitch Fix absolutely adheres to that do what is client right approach to styling their clients. It is at the utmost of everything that company stands for, and believe me, it's so important to them that it even supersedes any type of metrics that stylists are measured by. Okay guys, so that is it. I'm gonna wrap up this one, and again, if you have any other questions you wanna ask, leave them in the comments below. I literally have like a running list of questions. I'm gonna promise to answer as many as I can in each subsequent video. And also, if you're new to Stitch Fix and you want to check it out, I do have a referral code that you can use down below. It'll kick $25 off your first fix, and as a courtesy, the company will also kick me $25 to use on a future fix of my own. Believe me, they go to a very good use, so thank you to everybody that has used my code. But in any event, guys, I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!